In baseball and softball, we have over 800 kids in baseball and softball, 12 leagues, 71 teams. Girls teams from out of town, we have Blue Eye and the Oval. Boys teams, we have Alpena, Valley Springs, Bergman, Green Forest, Marshall, and Omaha. In the Little Sticks program, which is 3 and 4 year olds, we have 20 teams, 140 plus kids. We have had 15 sponsored tournaments at Parks and Rec. We have 7 left to finish, and we'll finish in July with Cal Ripken State, Babe Ruth States, and American Legion State Tournament AA. This fall we are doing a renovation of the tennis courts, painting courts, new windstream, new lights, new poles. If you haven't been down there, I don't guess the present wooden poles are rotted, and they won't even hardly hold up the lights. So we've taken part of the lights down. But it's going to require some work. At the soccer complex, we have had 4 5Ks, and as payday, we handed out paychecks today, and we have 52 part-time employees in the department. So it's quite a few. The first thing addressed there is our summer rec program. We have 163 total kids enrolled in the summer recreational program, and there you see the layout of that. And we have probably 88 enrolled full-time, and then you can see what the weekly attendance is there. 82 the first week, and then this week we've had 91. There is, there's a real need for, and it's for this program in the community. We've been very fortunate to have a great staff of about 20 college and some high school students that help us with that, and it's directed by Amanda Gibson. The next thing is the pool. We just opened it on Memorial Day. As most of you know, the pool, we've been very fortunate with the pool. It is in the past several years, we've made a profit, and it's something that hasn't happened in most communities. And we're very fortunate to have Libby Salmon directing that and watching over that. Today we have had swim lessons today. It's kind of tough to be a kid in the cold pool today, but they're out there swimming. We have 6 swim lesson sessions, and those there's a few spots left, but most of them are full already. That shows you the attendance. You can see the days that it was rainy and things like that. So but we have averaged about 114. That is about all I have to say about those programs. I would like to comment on a couple of things there in your packet that you have there. I have a letter for you. I'll just read it. It's the comments at the last city council meeting last Thursday directed towards myself, and I felt like this. I don't know if that's true or not, but directed towards myself in the Parks and Rec department, I feel need to be addressed. I would not ruin my personal integrity or the integrity of the department by stealing or by allowing theft to be going on. Parks and Rec does not pay anything in cash, including wages and overtime. Gate receipts are collected by individuals which I have confidence in and are trustworthy individuals. State legislative audit does yearly audits on Parks and Recreation. In 18 years, it's never mentioned, suggested, or implied anything about theft. Legislative audit has aided us in developing, implementing money handling policies And if you look at the blue copies in there, that is our, that's kind of what we go by. All monies are received and recorded by 3 individuals before the money is deposited in the bank. They are checking the account, everyone's counts. Concession stands are inventoried 3 to 4 times per week by different individuals. You may not know that Parks and Recreation has 7 different concession stands across town to stock at different times of the year. Right now, we are using 5 locations. Some locations having considerably more business than others. We try to ensure that there is minimal in-house product loss. Concession receipts are handled in the same legislative audit policies as the gates. We are even now inventorying overnight after, it's all in. Last year in 2012, I kind of caved in and agreed to increase concession prices to meet margin expectations. It increased income, but it has also taken money away from local families who are at the city facilities 2 to 4 times a week. Harrison Parks and Recreation was founded on the following principles. Make Harrison a travel destination by attracting sports teams with lower entry fees and clean facilities. The main focus of this new thinking was to provide facilities and programs for the majority of our area youth. It's obvious this has worked well for Harrison. Now hundreds of communities want what we have. Past commissioners and administrations have agreed that funding the Parks and Recreation Department was very important. Hopefully this belief will continue forever. The extent of the funding has always been what the city can afford. I've also provided you with correspondences between the mayor and Jerry Malin regarding these issues. All these things that I've given you were compiled basically last year when we were discussing the problems or supposed problems with margin and things like that. But Jerry Malin and the Parks Commission are very actively involved and informed in the operation and overview of our department. Over the years, the fees have been raised for participants and the services provided. You can see that in the green, that's in the green sheets that you have. When we raise fees, we always consider what will the effect be on the youth and their families that we serve. If you don't have programs and leagues for the youth in your community, you will soon not have anything. The question is, should Parks and Rec be a profit-driven entity or a service to the community? We have always tried to be good stewards of taxpayer money and to be a service to all entities that need us. Parks and Recreation has only been successful because the children, the sponsors, the commissioners, and the community as a whole has made it what it is today. Also there, I gave you the April budget, a yearly budget report, and it shows you how we're doing financially for the year so forth. There's no doubt that we couldn't operate if we didn't have the city helping us. But I think that the city does have an obligation to help with the parks program, and in most places it does. And I just think that we try to do a good job. And I just want you to know it's very important to me that we continue to have a strong Parks and Rec department, and that I understand that we are accountable to the citizens, the council, the Parks Commission, and the mayor, in that we try to make sure that we don't lose money or give money away. And that is something that, I try not to do. I do try to bring in tournament teams and try to do things, do a little bit different than what is done other places. But, we've been fairly successful. And I think that it's very important that we continue getting support from everybody. And if the people in the community really thought that we were not being accountable and being good stewards of their money, I don't think we would have 73 sponsors. I don't think we would have 200 people that buy ads in our program, and the people that come out to the sports complex, soccer complex, and all of the and youth center. I don't think that those people would be there, and we wouldn't have the numbers. So that's my report. If y'all have any questions, I'll be glad to answer.